loudest arenas in the NBA. They are rocking tonight. Playoff start, went from a two-way contract to a start on a nice winning streak prior to game one. And here we go. Tony Brothers, Tyler Ford, Brian Forte, our three officials. Minnesota controls the opening tip. Lone game on the NBA playoff schedule tonight. Let's see what kind of response the Wolves give them. That strip out. Got to get a shot up. Julius Randle guarded by Green. Randle kicks it out to the corner, and the three-pointer is good.
Half for three. They were 0 for 15 in the first half the other night. First time they'd had an 0 from 3 in 7 years and a half.
Here's Brandon Podziemski, misses his first try. Could be a wild card for the Warriors tonight. Jaden McDaniels was 0 for 3 in game one from beyond the arc. There were a lot of 0-fers for the Minnesota Timberwolves in game one. Randle, they clear it out, backing down Butler. Now Conley will let a three fly, and that one goes.
6% from 3 in the playoffs after 41% in the regular season.
Conley missed his 2 three-point tries in game one. Podziemski finds Hield. You'll hear the boos every time Butler touches the basketball as Conley forces a turnover. Edwards on the move. Edwards looking for Gobert. No, he found McDaniels.
Oh, he said they came in through the first punch, played with the edge and identity that we pride ourselves on. So tonight is an opportunity to get our rhythm back on both sides of the ball. 8-0 run to start. Looks like that rhythm's back, guys.
Well, it does, and Chris Finch made the point that he hadn't seen that team. He called them the November Wolves.
Yeah.
That was painful. That's a team that ended November at 9-10. They finished the year 17-4, playing great at both.
Podziemski's face have been familiar customers here. He's got a black eye, Podziemski, under his right eye. That was due to a Gobert elbow in game one. And now Gobert just drops his shoulder.
Have to be. But also, you've got to rotate quickly enough, see the play coming to get into position. That's great off-ball defense by Brandon Podziemski, and it's more than just curve.
McDaniels giving Jimmy Butler all he can handle that trip down the floor. McDaniels, a supreme perimeter defender. Here's Edwards, got caught in the air, and now post guards Randle. This will be a matchup to watch tonight. McDaniels has already hit 1 3. Podziemski on him. Warriors a very good defensive team, especially when they got Jimmy Butler. And it's a 10-0 start. Better start for the Wolves. Warriors only trailed by 4 in game one, and they're down 10 here in the first 2.5 minutes of this game. Buddy Hield turned away, resets, missed it. And now it is the Warriors who cannot buy one. They are 0 for 4.
I'm going to go out on a limb here. Not having Steph Curry affects their offense.
It's a big problem.
They pay me for this kind of expert analysis.
You noticed that on the scouting report, did you? Randle just bullies his way. Had that big game 5 that knocked the Lakers out. The former Laker had a terrific run in round 1 after a so-so game 1 against the Lakers. He was excellent.
They need a lot more out of Jimmy Butler. There's absolutely no question about that. But with Steph Curry out, now Jaden McDaniels, one of the best perimeter defenders, like you said, in the league, goes on Jimmy Butler. Last game, he opened on Curry, and Randle had to guard.
And by all accounts, it will be. Doesn't figure to be a series. That'll be a sweep. As Mike Conley misses the three-point try, it's out of bounds. And that is the first missed three-pointer by the Wolves. Podziemski pushes. And now Draymond directing traffic.
Well, that's what he does best.
Moses Moody, Gary Payton II, first off the bench for Kerr tonight. And now Podziemski kicks it to that corner for Payton. He misses a 3. And Edwards tips it to Gobert. That was a good look, but a miss nonetheless. Conley drives it. Gobert inside and
pass right at them. In traffic, your vision and everything, not easy to catch.
Payton, an excellent defender, out on Edwards, who gets a step. Edwards, wow, what a move. He missed it. Here comes Podziemski. Jimmy Butler, and now Podziemski will let it fly. Three-pointer, no good. Podziemski has missed twice. That we have seen in the playoffs, and Minnesota's not hiding from that, but as Lauren reported, Chris Finch does not want his players, did not want his players just marking that off as a poor shooting game. He felt like they didn't do anything well. They didn't move well. Their rotations were poor. Their spacing was poor. Jimmy Butler for three. That line drive is good. And the first basket.
5 minutes in almost before they get a score.
Randall guarded by Butler. Randall moves him. Comes up short.
That's great defense by Jimmy Butler.
Steve Kerr made no bones knowing what you're losing in Stephen Curry, but also reminded us that the Warriors defense has been a big reason why they've been on this surge since they acquired Butler. It has changed the complexion of their team. As Butler turns it over, look at Gobert trying to go coast to coast, and he lost it.
They call that delusional confidence.
Gobert gets it back, missed it. That was a mess of a fast break opportunity for the Wolves.
Well, and that's one of the things Chris Finch talked about pregame, is he felt the other night they had transition opportunities and were extremely inefficient in transition, and we see an example of that there.
Butler, mid-range jumper, up and over 50 here. It's his fourth full season. Came in as an assistant elsewhere. You don't really see that to become a head coach on another franchise. He's done a great job. 4 straight playoff appearances for Finch and the Wolves, and they were in the Western Conference Finals against Dallas a year ago. Conley turns it over. Here goes Moses Moody, and Moses Moody, oof, tough in there. He was just uncertain what he wanted to do, and he fired. Thanks, Kenny. Thanks, Chuck. I always enjoy watching Chuck read along with Kenny while he's speaking.
Absolutely.
So my favorite part of that promo.
So we're 6.5 minutes into this game, BA, and the Warriors do not have a starter on the floor.
Dante DiVincenzo, coming off that minute, told us before the game he's got his hyena package set up for tonight's game. The guys who come off the bench, he's going to go starterless and see if he can get a burst if needed. He's got him out there a little earlier than he thought as DiVincenzo misses. A couple of opportunities there for Minnesota, and they're struggling now after a fast start. And Spencer taking it to the hole.
Challenge to get out of that.
That's valid. He is successful. He does still have one left, but forced to use it. Give McDaniels a block on that too. And Minnesota has possession, missing their last 7 shots. Edwards going to work.
Edwards out of the paint. But I have no idea.
Next line, Kia, the official automotive partner of the NBA. Sir, getting some early playing time in this first quarter. And Spencer turns it over. Edwards on the run with DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo to Naz Reid. First minutes on the floor, and he misses. And DiVincenzo runs it down. Great effort. Naz Reid again. Naz Reid hits it this time.
Find other ways to help your team win. You saw it right there, getting them an extra possession that was worth 3 points.
Then a 6 seed in the NBA playoffs.
Well, no question.
Randall came back from injury after he missed all of February, and then they were a different team after that. Got on a hot streak, got out of that play-in, and ended up with the 6 seed to take on the 3 seed Lakers in round 1. Edwards again drives, missed it. Gobert is there for a putback. It was Rudy Gobert who had that monster game 5, the closeout game against the Lakers. 27 points, 24 rebounds.
Yeah, 9 of them offensive. He's got to make his size a factor against a very small Golden State team. For the Warriors, made by anyone other than Jimmy Butler, they were 0 for 9 before that.
Naz Reid finds himself open, missed it. DiVincenzo offensive board, Edwards got a 3.
Watch